Hello, welcome to a quick update. I figured it'd be kind of fun to, rather than just typing stuff down and, telling you what I'm doing, I'll try and do a quick video every week if I remember, or every couple of weeks, on what I've been working on for the following month's rewards for Tribe subscribers. So, August is going to be the second part of the French release. And with all releases now, there'll be a monster component to it. So this month's monster is going to be the Grave Golem, which is a really fun sculpt to do. Because I like doing all the little intricate stuff and textures and things like that. So it kind of appealed to that part of me. The idea behind this concept is that it's basically part of the ground. It's not a separate thing from the ground. It's part of the graveyard itself. So it emerges from the ground and is basically the ground shuffling along, dragging with it bodies and bits of gravestones and coffins and all that kind of stuff. It's just this like shambling mound of rot and, gravy stuff. That's a word now. Gravy? No, that's definitely not it. But anyway, that's the concept behind it. That's the kind of vision I had for it. So he's got lots of debris that he's dragging along with him. You see the coffin at the back with the dead guy in it. Don't worry about the things that are hanging down. I've not trimmed this bit up yet, so that'll all be gone. But it'll be a one-piece casting, just like that, with the base integral to it. So it should be easy to cast for most people. And with that, I'm probably going to try and do some gravestones and those small kind of, not mausoleums, but the graves that come out of the ground. They're like a small box on top of the ground. I'll do a few of them as well, I think, just for scatter terrain for your tabletop. Along with them, I've done some clue markers as well, in addition to the ones from last month, because I think these are kind of fun and they can also be used for, scatter terrain if you like. So we've got a gravestone there. We've got a cairn of rocks, an old Celtic cross. That was actually going to be a big Celtic cross. I was going to do like a big piece, but if it's going to be a big piece, I think it needs to have all the knotwork on it, and I don't really have the time to do that. So I left it as a kind of small monument or a grave, whatever you want to use it as. And then the other one is like a hollowed out tree stump, which people hide things in. So that kind of made sense as a clue marker. And I'll probably just add a clue marker to each month just because they're fun to do, until I run out of ideas anyway. As far as figures go for the French component, we've got, this guy's a generic guy. This is another doctor. I figured it'd be kind of fun to have another doctor. And who doesn't like a plague doctor? I mean, it's just so iconic, isn't it? So evocative. So yeah, I indulged myself and made a plague doctor that can be used for anything. And I gave him a club because it kind of reminds me of the Monty Python sketch from The Holy Grail, where it's like, I'm not dead. Is there anything you can do? So yeah, that's why he has a club. So yeah, he was fun to do. I've been itching to do a plague doctor for a while. And the next one is the sapper. It's a big brute of a man. He was fun to do. I'm looking forward to painting this one up. With his big chopper. There's lots of little badges and stuff all over him, make him kind of fun to paint if you like doing intricate stuff. So yeah, he's a fun one. I need to do a sapper for the other factions as well, I think. So that's something on my list to do. We have a junior officer. I converted the major from last month into a lieutenant. So that's why there's no frills on his epaulette there. It's not because I've missed them out. That was just the way they denoted ranks in the French army. So yeah, I gave him a musket because, yeah, the sword and pistol, yeah, legitimate arms for an officer, but you can also have a musket as well. So just thought I'd switch it up a bit, and added a bicorn because why not? Everyone likes a bicorn. And that's it so far. Today I'm working on a light infantryman, a chasseur. And I think what I'm going to do is do him as a chasseur, and then for the ascended tier, I'm going to turn him into a carbineer, I think, which is basically the grenadier company of the light infantry, and give him a coal pack, which is like the small Busby kind of headgear that they wore, or some wore full bearskins, but I don't know. It kind of doesn't. I know they did it in real life, but it just doesn't feel right to be running around skirmishing in a great big bearskin. Yeah, he'll just have a coal pack on, I think. So that's what's on the go at the moment. For the rest of this month's releases, I can find my list. There's 3 more figures to do. We have got another infantryman, because I figured each faction should have at least 3 infantrymen, and I'll stick that as a standard going forward for each faction. I'm going to do another grenadier. I'm going to do a grenadier, which is basically another flank company guy. So he can be a voltigeur or a grenadier, whichever you want to use him as. And then the last one is the Vivandary, which I think is kind of iconic for the French, as it's very faction specific. So we will do a Vivandary, and that will be this month's release, or August release rather. What I'll do is I'll give you guys another update next week when I've finished the last of the figures. So you can have a quick preview of what's coming. I think that's it. Yes, any questions, just drop them down in the comments. But hopefully you like what you see so far, and yeah, I'll chat soon.